Hey, you beautiful fucking force of nature.
Apologies, but this is Bagley. Who were you expecting?
A friend. Just got off for illegally protesting, actually.
Smashing news. How about I arrange a coming home party for them while you see to this current resistance business?
All persons are advised to ensure that their optic devices have the latest firmware installed. Failure to do so is a crime.
Excuse me, I'd like...
You've been activated. Apologies if you just sat down.
That's all right. The service here is dreadful. Yeah, and then you put a bullet in me too. Is that how this goes?
I've seen what you people are capable of when you're pissed off. If you don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. How does that sound?
Agreed.
Fire team leader, report.
No sign of Malik, Mum. Nice clear shot on this dead sick prick, though.
Don't tempt me. Fuck. Where the hell is he?
I don't like this. I really don't.
I don't like it either. Shit. I don't have a filament terminal in here. I'll have to request one. Bear with me. This will take a while.
Bagley, could use some help.
Oh, if only every person in London was required to wear a piece of high-tech surveillance equipment. Start hacking optics, and I'll see if any of them caught sight of Malik.
Copy that.
I'll scrub their body cam memory to see if it got a look at Malik. That's him by the litter bin. He's either leaving a dead drop or...
What the fuck is going on?
Did you really think I could be outsmarted by Nigel bloody Cass? He recorded that meeting because I wanted him to. It got to Emma Child because I wanted it to. And now law enforcement has full profiles on all of you. If you want to live, get on the ground and put your hands on your head.
I think you've mistaken me for a coward.
No, you misunderstand. I meant so the shrapnel doesn't hit you.
Move in! Damn it. They're over here! Who is that?
Received. We are trailing the target.
Engaging hostile target.
Awful feeling. Is it an emotion? Well, this is horribly overrated.
Unfortunately, that piece of your heart isn't the only thing that died. Anyway, you're up.
Does anybody know why I'm suddenly wanted? I wasn't even doing anything this time.
I'm seeing the same thing, Bagley. Do you know what's happening?
It seems Malik wasn't bluffing. Your faces are all over the news, and not in a cool way.
That dribbling shit stain. Bags, call everyone to the safe house for a chat.
Hello, hello. Someone else sloughed off work, and now it's your turn.
Cool beans.
This is a message for DedSec. I believe Richard Malik is about to murder me in some gruesome way. If you see Malik, tell him I'm...
Canada House was destroyed by a series of explosions, and an individual known to be part of the DedSec organization was seen on CCTV attempting to flee the area. SIRS new Director of Counterterrorism Richard Malik issued the following statement.
I call upon my counterparts around the world to treat the DedSec threat with all due vigilance. They are not a resistance. What are they resisting? They are an international terrorist militia. And along with my counterparts in the Five Eyes nations, I am building an...
You get the idea. You're fucked.
I'm kind of over being hunted like this. We need to stop Malik.
Yes, I wouldn't recommend that. All scenarios show DedSec's odds of survival approaching 0 before he can be found. Malik probably worked out the same thing.
A few of us thought about that. Bagley, bring it up.
Done. The working theory is this. Blowing up a government building like Canada House would require bribes, an infiltration team, materiel, and so on. Doing it without leaving a paper trail would be impossible. Some of you nicknamed this paper trail the Malik dossier. We're going to break into SRS headquarters, steal it, and prove Malik was behind the bombing. If we're lucky, we might even find some details on Zero Day. Your missions list has been updated.
Hey, one more thing. I know Malik's currently our best lead on Zero Day and the bombings, but he's fucking dangerous. If you see him, don't try to take him alive. It's not worth it.
On the contrary, I think what Malik knows about Zero Day and the bombings outweighs the well-being of any individual operative. Malik ought to be taken alive and interrogated.
All right. This is a bad one. Someone in 404 sent me a text file. DedSec's international safe houses have been compromised. Does the name Heath Bolton mean anything to you?
Negative.
Didn't think so. Bolton was a small-time player with DedSec Houston until he ratted out the whole cell and fled the country. Now he's in London, and he's willing to sell all of DedSec's secrets to the highest bidder.
God damn it.
Yeah, I know. Being associated with DedSec's been good for my brand, and I don't want that getting fucked. I'll send you this text file. The rest is up to you.
The American State Department keeps tabs on all their citizens abroad. If you want to find Heath Bolton, hack the CTOS hub at the American Embassy, and I can use their records to track...
This is happening. Oh, people are just trying my patience. Take a deep breath. Long.
Got a potential... recruit for you. I'll mark them on your map.
Public approval of SIRS shot up today following Counter-Terror Director Malik's statement that the Five Eyes nations will execute a coordinated global response to the DedSec threat.
Mr. Malik, what is the service doing to protect the people of Britain right now?
Well, we're aiming a little higher than just Britain. Soon we can know if anyone in any CTOS-using country in the world so much as utters the word DedSec. Thank you.
SIRS advises citizens that positive discussions of the DedSec terrorist organization or their actions may result in investigation. In breaking news, a large explosion has occurred at the Canadian High Commission in Trafalgar Square. SIRS has issued a statement that the terrorist organization DedSec is active once again after months of relative silence. If you suspect anyone of being a member of DedSec, report them to SIRS immediately using your CSAY app. SIRS Counter-Terror Director Malik personally oversaw an investigation that uncovered the true identities of every operative in DedSec's London cell.
We are keeping you safe.
You're getting way too big.
Got a potential recruit for you. I'll mark them on your map.
Disturbance detected. Beginning investigation. Target sighted.
Lock down that drone.
This has been compromised. Be on the lookout for a hacker.
We are on alert for any incident. Currently searching the perimeter. Target remains undetected.
Face the challenges to develop new skills. The Albion is looking for you. Unlock your potential. Inspire yourself. Who let you inspire others.
I like the fish and chips. But could I have the fish grilled? Instead of chips, I'll have the crispy spatzel with the light black garlic aioli.
You do realise they don't have any of that?
They have a kitchen, don't they? Food is food.
I'll have something nice sent around to you later. Right now, we've got work to do.
Do your part. Report suspicious activity. Together, we can make...
This is the American Embassy. Hack the server and we should be able to find where Heath Bolton is.
She hung around here too long.
Did you hear that?
That's a turn-up. The Americans don't know where Bolton is either. They're trying to find him too.
Weird. What?
I need some time to find more information, but due to the investigation, the State Department had special monitoring set up on Bolton's file. Long story short, you have an Albion response team incoming.
Jesus.
Just stay there, don't die, and I'll find us a lead.
Hostile target.
Suspect is injured. I'm being suppressed.
They're wounded! I'm not getting shit anymore.
Sadly, that operative has gone on to the big safe house in the sky. This is the American Embassy. Hack the server and we should be able to find where Heath Bolton is.
Following the city's partnership with Albion.
You again.
Target out of sight. Searching area.
Don't let the TT get away. Drone, enter search protocol.
Come out! Wherever you are!
That's a turn-up. The Americans don't know where Bolton is either. They're trying to find him too.
Say what?
I need some time to find more information, but due to the investigation, the State Department had special monitoring set up on Bolton's file. Long story short, you have an Albion response team incoming.
Fucking hell!
Just stay there, don't die, and I'll find us a lead.
I've been just...
Shit! Where did they go?
Get to cover!
You're outmatched.
On the move!
Download complete. Now Scarper or they'll kill you for sure.
Serious trouble now.
All units, possible suspect or suspects reported near your location.
Received. Moving in hostiles direction.
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now enabled.
Anyone have visual? Anyone?
Pursuing the target. Over.
Auto drive now enabled.
According to the American investigators, Heath Bolton arrived in London at St Pancras Station, as so many do, but then he vanished, which is also becoming increasingly popular.
This might help.
Understood. Pushing you the coordinates now.
Don't let them escape.
We are keeping you safe. We are keeping you safe.
I'm being as still as I can.
Scanning. You're clear. Moving for the scan. Let's see what we find.
Lethal force against humans is permitted.
We are keeping you safe.
I'm doing my best. Go on.
For potential threats.
Yep, just standing around like a real asshole.
Auto drive now disabled.
You've arrived at St Pancras Station. This is where Heath Bolton went missing, along with a load of data on DedSec's international safe houses.
Ta, Bagsy.
Someone going missing here screams Albion in a very obnoxiously sarcastic voice. Try looking in all the secure areas, control rooms, evidence lockers, jock straps, whatever they have, really.
Something over there.
Shit!
Toss.
Live alarm.
Oh, shit. It's Bolton.
Well, that's one mystery solved. Keep looking for evidence of what happened to him. We still need to track down the data he stole on DedSec safe houses.
This area is clear. Keep moving.
Stay alert.
Fucking God! Shit! Look, I'm not DedSec. I fucking swear. I never was. I'm a hacker. I steal data and I sell it. That's it. Signing up was just the easiest way to...
You must think I'm a moron, Mr. Bolton. You, a self-professed hacker, expect me to connect your physical device to my state-of-the-art supercomputer?
You think... is that what this is? No, it's not a rubber ducky. I swear to Christ.
But I've no way of knowing that, do I? So I have another proposal. Simply, tell me where DedSec's safe houses are. If the information's good, then Mr. Falstaff will stop doing this. Shit. Is he...
Oh, fuck me. I'll go see if one of the mercs has a defib kit.
No, don't. We have to kill him anyway, and if more people know, well, that makes it...
Right. So... what?
Official story is he just vanished. Plausible, considering his known terrorist connections. If the Yanks buy it, then we come back and collect these drives. See if there's anything to his story.
Bags, what the fuck is this?
This is an audio log of the service's interrogation of Heath Bolton. To summarise, they didn't believe he was as ex-DedSec as he claimed to be.
For real?
Listen for yourself if you like. The important thing is he was keeping his information on DedSec safe houses on physical media, like a complete blank. The devices will still be around the station, aching to be destroyed.
Bit of a wank stain, aren't you? Surrender.
Data's destroyed. Now SIRS got nothing out of Heath Bolton but an earful of whining and an unmopped floor.
Ta, Bagsy.
Right, question. Any plans for that torture recording you found? If not, can I have it?
Fine, whatever. Why?
I know a few tabloids that'll pay well for it. Cut you in, of course.
If that story got out, it would be very embarrassing for SIRS.
Right by me.
Dead good. Tar DedSec. And well done.
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. Hello, Britain. This is The Bug, the show that holds up a mirror to the world. And smashes itself on the head with it in despair. I'm Andy. Joining me, as always, Alice. And
I deny everything.
just a good state of existence. Some good news, at last. There are no medicine shortages, according to the government. None at all. There have been various allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake news. Trademark. There are none. There are no shortages of medicine. Don't take it from me. I'm not a medical supply expert. Take it from our beloved government. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here. And actually, there probably...
No, this isn't right.
A curious story out of America today as audio surfaced in which SIRS officers allegedly torture an American hacker traveling abroad to death. The Home Office has dismissed the audio as a fabrication, quote, cooked up by American radicals or Russian trolls, take your pick, end quote.
Are you sure you can still throw straight?
All right, the party's starting now. Well, for now. Oof, that hits home.
I'm here to offer advice, not judgment. Obviously, that's a lie. You're a drunken tit. Whoa! Have you damaged your brain enough to feel joy again?
Hey!
Have you damaged your brain enough to feel joy again?
Want to see how much havoc we can cause today? I promise it'll be fun.
You're boring.
Something original. That made my day.
That's a little cheeky. I like that.
I thought they'd kill her. I think she had the money. Who knows where she'd be now? They aren't just crones, they're terrorists.
I refuse to put up with this.
Feel my skeleton shaking inside
It's
my
unacceptable.
body. I can still eat them right now. Then calm down or something.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you out
Yes.
Should I bring Dylan? Should I ask
Why,
Dylan
mate?
to come? He'd probably love it. No. You know
They
what?
weren't so moral repugnant. You'd almost have to admire Tag Pets.
Me, myself, and my
Holy
dancing
shit.
skeleton.
That actually worked.
Albion turn a blind eye.
Oh yeah.
Have some kind of
That really sucks, mate.
understand.
You've got grit. I can see it. We could use someone like you in the Resistance.
Oh, tell me you're DedSec.
You can help me take down the Snatch Squad.
Come again?
It's not their real name, obviously, but the police and the politicians are working together to snatch people. They take them to their secret lab and replace their brains with robot brains.
I'm
trying to flush these creeps out of the shadows, but I need help to bag them. I'm not sure if I can trust you yet, but if you take care of the Snatch Squad, or I don't know, sabotage them in some way, then maybe I will.
All right then. I'll do it.
Can I help you?
Well, that was a load of bollocks. Your take, Bagley?
Oh no, she's off her fucking lid for sure. Allegedly, her shadowy cabal is headquartered at a nearby Albion field office. Might be worth investigating regardless.
Sure. Let's shed some light on this bollocks.
That holds up a mirror to the world and smashes itself on the head with it in despair. I'm Andy. Joining me, as always, Alice. And
I deny everything.
just a good state of existence. Some good news. At last, there are
Auto
no
drive now
medicine
disabled.
shortages, according to the government. None at all. There have been various allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake news. Trademark. There are none. There are no shortages of medicine. Don't take it from me. I'm not a medical supply expert. Take it from our beloved government. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here and actually say there's probably there's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicine. You can't move for medicine. In fact, just this morning, I tried to pour some cornflakes into a bowl for breakfast and out-tumbled a 12-month course of immunosuppressants, corticosteroids, and anti-retrofungal neurodilatory estrogous spermatotropic fruit pastels.
The people claiming there are medical shortages are probably high on lots of medicine that they've been given. I, for one, believe that there are no medical shortages, Andy. Just last week, I went in with a broken arm and they suggested it might just be extreme period pain and prescribed me a drink of water and an astrology chart.
We can't be too far away from them just prescribing stiff upper lip like they did in the Blitz.
My uncle had a leg removed due to diabetes. They halved his insulin because they said there was less of him to be diabetic.
Auto drive now enabled.
So, anyway, people don't believe what you read or hear about there not being enough medical drugs to go around. It's not true. It's hospital hogwash, it's pharmaceutical flim-flam, it's medical mendacity, it's Hippocratic humbug, it's nonsensical narcotic nincompoop. I think I've made the point. Do not believe the news telling you that we've run out of medicine, nor should you believe the empty shelves at the chemists. They're also lying. Do not believe your doctor saying, sorry, we're fresh out of that, you're going to have to eat a carrot and pretend. And do not believe your own cobweb-ridden medicine cabinet at home. It might look empty, but it's not. For it contains the only medicine any of us truly
Look
need.
at this bleeding monstrosity.
Freedom. The medicine of British freedom. And the analgesic knowledge that however ill you may be, Bloom are keeping an eye on things for you.
I'm investing heavily in the placebo effect right now. You're listening to The Bug.
Obviously, I don't entirely mean that, because what is the first rule of the third millennium? If someone in power tells you something is fake news, what is it? Correct. A 110% cast iron, tungsten-coated, granite-scented, cosmically immutable, scientifically unarguable fact. But surely, Alice, the more important question for all these medicine freaks whinging on about feeling a bit poorly or having a fatal but curable illness and slowly dying unnecessarily is this. Do we actually need medicine? If you today got diagnosed with a potentially fatal illness, would you not look around at the nation that we've become and think, hey, Doc, put your life-saving treatment down. I'm going to take this free one-way bus out of here. Now hold that pillow over my face until the twitching stops.
I just don't think we should think of it in such a negative way. Don't think of it as a medicine diet, Andy. Think of it as a series of healthy lifestyle swaps. Swap out anti-inflammatories for antacids. Swap out the iron lung for the aluminium lung. Swap out MRI machines for Mary machines, which is just a lady called Mary telling you you're fine.
Obviously, critical shortages are as much part of our daily lives, our society and our culture today as things like football, music and complaining about the weather used to be in the old days. And, well, food shortages, yeah, we just learn to live with them, don't we? And there's a lot of positives as well with all these food shortages. I mean, we were eating too much anyway. As a nation, the government's just helping us live healthier lifestyles. It's so hard to diet on your own, isn't it? You need the support of a friend or a loved one or a government or collapsing social infrastructure. Positive too, meat, very bad for the environment. So we're actually rebuilding the polar ice caps every time we eat a scrap of lettuce. 3, positive 3, the human race had already cooked all the recipes it needed. There was nothing more to be done with food. We've done that. We can tick it off. We've done it. I was bored of food anyway. I've been eating it all my life. If you've been doing the same thing 3 times a day, 4 sometimes, 7 or even 8 times a day, you're bound to get bored of it. And also, final positive, no more meal times. Frees up all that extra time for appreciating all the selfless hard work that Albion do to keep us all safe here in Britain.
Well, as you say, Andy, people are drawn to novelty, and everyone's had breakfast once. Why you got to keep having it again and again?
Boring, repetitive. There's enough of that in life as it is. You are listening to The Bug. Well, another story that has come to the fore recently is that all European imports have been banned for public health reasons, which is great news. I mean, at least we can get ill eating good, home-produced, locally sourced, British, industrially unsafe food. That's something we can all cling to. Public health reasons, those are curious words. Alice, I don't know, is that in case the public gets too healthy eating all that Mediterranean muck? Let's have British food for British tummies. Spelt, nettles, rabbit. That's all we need. That's all we need in the glory days. Everyone round to Nigel's for dinner. Yum, yum.
Who needs Italian olives when you can eat pickled rubber bands and a soup of regret? Who needs a nice cheese when you can eat a lukewarm, unspecified rat meat pie with 0 spices?
Sand, nettles, and bits of dead fox. That's all we needed to eat in the glory days. Let's make Britain great again. That's all from The Bug today. Good night, sleep tight, and make sure the bed bugs do bite.
And why did you come to Great Britain?
There is war in my country.
Some refugees have legitimate claim.
My whole family was killed.
And it's our job to find them.
We're going to grant your application to stay here. Welcome to Great Britain.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because we don't just protect borders. We protect lives. Sirs. Security through care.
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, Resistors. This is The Bug, and on today's show, Alice and I will be looking at the big questions, such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put Optic on my dog, can I train it to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home? And is tennis real? But first... it's a question that no one's really addressed of late. London is going to be safer than ever, Alice. SIRS is installing thousands of additional CCTV cameras. So nice they're still looking out for us after all these years.
Yeah, it puts a lot of fun into my life now. I get to play this role-play game where I pretend to know my loved ones better than some twat behind a screen in the SIRS headquarters.
I mean, I guess we shouldn't complain. I mean, SIRS really just stepping into the vacancy left when it became patently obvious that God had retired. When you think of that, the similarities, omnipresent, omniscient, judgmental, stripping away your finances and freedoms, dishing out random punishments, peas in a pod. All it needs to do, sirs, is ban me from eating something. What's it going to be this time? Not bacon again, please. Please, not bacon. I couldn't. Courgettes. Ban courgette. I could take you banning courgettes. I'm happy with that.
Makes me feel important knowing that I'm being watched with everything I do, Andy.
Well, it's just not. It's reassuring, isn't it? It's like having an extra aunt.
This is the aunt that gets drunk at Christmas and vomits in the kiddie pool, right?
Get that on. This
Auto drive now disabled.
Let's move on now to sport. Well, the closest thing we have to sport now, riots. I mean...
I hope this isn't a bad time, but we need your particular skill set for something.
Ready.
I swear, restaurants should have a kids-only section. And I don't just mean fast food joints, but like proper restaurants. Sure, like man. How does everyone carry on like they don't give a shit?
at it again, folks. The only game in town worth your time. Society's crumbling, institutions fumbling. Come and see a couple of fighters take it out.
This'll be a laugh. Show me what you've got.
An unbelievable blow. Don't know how anyone will come back from that. Oh, they're gonna feel that hit in the morning if they wake up. Are you watching at home, online, on the street? Are you here live?
You really
to feel
think
the
for
heat,
2
the
weeks?
sweat,
This is no
the
fun.
blood? Wherever you are, this is the most exciting thing you'll see all day. Oh my God! What absolutely disgusting! Did you all see that monster hit on the stream? Fucking hell! Fucking blow! Oh my God! Oh, I can taste the tension in here. Our fighters are ready, are you?
Stupid amateur.
Bets are closed and we're ready to roll. And that's a hit. One for the record books. Oh, shit! And that's a solid blow there. Now that's entertainment, and one massive blow to our fighter. Place your bets, fight lovers. Here they come. Purveyors of violence and mayhem.
Scared, are you?
Ready? They're wilding and steady. Get on your feet and let them hear. Just like a proper live highlight reel. Oh shit! Could that be the win right now? They're getting murdered in there.
I'm right here. What are you gonna do?
Almost knocked their teeth right out.
Whoa.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike from a solid fighter. Fucking hell! Seriously, no one will be able to get up from that.
Trying my best. Look, next fight. Watch. Just imagine it's me, yeah? You'll see.
Well, if it isn't the old Wangstein. What madness is this? Huh? Think next time, alright?
Fucking fuck!
I mean, riots are my favourite sport now, Alice, ever since they turned the oval from the cricket ground into the immigration processing centre. And, yeah, rioting is a great sport. It's fun for all the family. It's guaranteed.
Oh, Christ. What have we got, Bagley?
Some Albion guards posted here are selling pallets of high-tech weaponry to Clan Kelly at a healthy markup. I mean, sure, it's corrupt, but it hardly rises to the level of evil scheme.
I'll smash it up then.
Engaging target. Engaging hostile target. Neutralizing hostile target.
Gun! Oh, calm down.
There's only one way this ends.
What's it up? Nowhere else!
Taking cover! You had enough? They shot me!
You're in serious trouble now.
There are the weapons. Excellent. You've dismantled the non-existent conspiracy. Shall we let our friend know what we found?
Look, mate, we did everything on your list, but there wasn't a conspiracy. Just the same evil fucks as always, getting rich off of London's misery.
Look, of course there's no evidence. They're experts at making things disappear. That's why they're so good at snatching people. At least they know we're onto them. So maybe, I don't know, that'll keep them in check for now.
You know, DedSec's looking for fighters, and you seem to have some fight in you. How about letting it out?
Sounds like a blast. I'm in.
Media expert Charles, who's seen free broadcasters built up by journalists.
Auto drive now enabled.
By demagogues all over the world.
So before the media fragmented, there was this voice of authority that was trusted and worthy of trust. Then what we ended up with is a really commercial model where whether you're talking about an app on a smart device or whether you're talking about a broadcaster, the most important thing was to keep you in that environment for the longest amount of time possible. And because that meant money in their pocket. And in order to do that, a couple of things happened. One was the use of manipulative techniques around behavioral economics, things that would just keep you scrolling or keep you listening or keep you looking for more information. The second is that that kind of environment favors sensationalism. And so you got more sensational headlines and more sensational stories, and it didn't matter whether they were true or not. It just kept people in, and it kept them in the loop. So we ended up in a situation where nobody trusted anything, and nobody believed anything at all. And that is the perfect environment for an authoritarian voice to come in and say, no, wait, we are the truth. So the ground for this environment really got created when we had suddenly authoritarian politicians everywhere, and anything that threatened them or they disagreed with, they would call it disinformation. That's disinformation, that's fake news. And again, we got in a situation where nobody really believed anything. And the trouble is if you were telling the truth, it's very hard to get your message to cut through all of the noise of all of the disinformation that's there. So like, you know, you remember Out on the Edges, there was this story about when they would take a house by force, they would take any infants and they would crucify them. And that's a great, fantastic, viral story. And how do you counter that story? With the truth. The only way you can counter it is by saying, no, they didn't. And of course, no one wants to spread that story. No one wants to hear that story. They want to hear the sensationalism. They want to hear how people were victims of violence when in fact they weren't. Or they were victims of insurgent forces when in fact they weren't.
The news isn't neutral, it's a battleground. Here's media researcher and academic Alfie.
The media has, of course, been perhaps the key way in which governments have controlled and influenced their populations. So totalitarian countries have typically used huge mainstream media outlets to sell one kind of news, one kind of biased news to its population. Of course, the media has always played this kind of key role in methods of state control. I think what's happening now is perhaps even more concerning, where you previously, in pre-crisis Britain, we had perhaps more diverse voices in the media, but now with the GBB, you're really only seeing one brand of news and therefore only getting one truth. So people end up with a very biased and controlled idea of the reality and the world that we're actually living in. There was, of course, many concerns and many problems, but in a way there were some positive things that, like, not all information was coming from one place, and so you'd have kind of far-right media outlets developing and then left-wing media outlets developing to combat those and kind of challenge the mainstream newspapers, TV stations, radios, and make sure people were questioning the validity and truth of the information they were receiving. So whilst there was the digital afforded more fake information, it also makes us suspicious and sceptical of information and makes us question the information we're getting. And I think in pre-crisis Britain, it might not have seemed great at the time, but there was something positive about that there was a lot of distrust in the media and in the different kinds of truths that were being told. Whereas now, I think you're seeing a return to a more traditional and older pre-digital sense, actually, of people just trusting what they're told, and that's why we have to be here with radio stations like this to challenge those conceptions. Most citizens feel pretty hopeless, I think, and unable to fight back against these kind of huge mainstream corporations that simply entrench and support the ideals and ideologies of the state. It can seem very hopeless indeed, but I think, the fact that you're out there listening, we're in here talking, shows that there is still a space to combat these false truths and disinformation that's being sold to us, and that it's never possible really to completely shut down, despite all the technologies that they have at their disposal and all the financial and corporate power and all the physical power. It's never quite possible to shut down people's desire to get to the truth and fight for their own ideologies and values, and we're out here starting that task, so don't give up hope.
You've been listening to Buccaneer with me, Tash. We'll be back soon with more of what you'll never hear on the GBB. Keep listening, keep sharing, and keep resisting.
Auto drive now disabled.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your pirate podcast source for what they don't want you to know. I'm Tash, and this time we're giving a special shout out from us to the boys and girls at the Signal and Intelligence Response Service, better known as SIRS. Why not? They're going to be listening anyway. They're listening to everything. But don't worry, we're not going to say anything bad about a massive, unaccountable spy organisation that uses its powers to stifle dissent and shut down free speech.
Let's wait around and see if this competitor shows up.
And as usual, we'll keep everyone's names and locations secret.
A potential recruit's competitor is nearby. You could sabotage them by hacking their work emails. That's one way to take out the competition. I'll inform our prospect. Now that you've helped them, they might be willing to talk to us.
Nation, and the only meaning that you will find in your life is to become part of the nation. What is
Auto drive now enabled.
Anything, right? The nation is basically just encapsulated by the leader that takes over, that claims that he, has this sort of access to the soul of the country, to the soul of the people. He never does. It's just a myth. But that's what they go for. And on that basis, they take the right to control every aspect of your life, from who you talk to where you eat, to where you go to hang out with your friends. And what we're seeing now is a contemporary iteration of this process.
Auto drive now disabled.
Corporations and the state operating in tandem, basically molded into one another. But that isn't that rare. I mean, it's exactly the same thing in Nazi Germany. You look at the concentration camps, the that operated in Nazi Germany. There were private companies in those camps making use of that slave labor. Fascism often works with corporations, and it's doing the same now. That's the way in which they track what you do. That's the way in which they track who you talk to. They operate as each other's proxies.
Charles is an expert in the dark arts of surveillance who worked to set up democratic media in post-communist
Auto
states.
drive now
How
disabled.
did it go so wrong in Britain?
You know, we're looking at all the wrong things when we look at Britain's crisis. There's a lot of concentration on data and how that's been used.
Our potential recruit has been trying to take down a Clan Kelly racket run by a nearby goon. You could hack their optic to redistribute the money they stole.
For example, if we examine what actually happened, you know, there's a company that's...
That stolen money won't be doing them much good anymore. I'll inform our prospect. We're being contacted by our potential recruit. Patching them through now.
I'm in your debt.
If you want to pay us back, we could use people like you in DedSec. What do you say?
All right, mate.
In order to
I'm in.
overthrow government, and then suddenly all the chickens came home to roost. Nobody could find any receipts for what was paid for. Nobody could figure out how things were done.
Tough, brave, stupid. Any two of those qualify you to join. Some of us are all three.
Thank you. I'm ready for action.
Very nice.
Oh, fuck about it! No way. What? Oh, man.
I want that inspected. Lock it down.
Ready for action. Oh.
Right.
I'm here. What's our target?
We're here to find some documents we're calling the Malik dossier. Basically, it's the paper trail that proves Malik was behind the Canada House bombings. Problem is, these documents won't be on one computer. They'll be on dozens, scattered across the country.
What are we supposed to do?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Let's have Malik take it.
Surge uses a supercomputer called Filament to process information brought from the CTOS network. It's like Noodle, if you could use it to search every document on every civilian, government or commercial device everywhere in the United Kingdom, instantly.
Wow, look at you.
Break in and connect Bagley to a Filament administrative terminal. He'll do the rest.
As usual.
Sorry,
kitchen on the...
Yeah, well...
What? Oh my god, what? Right, let me help.
Let's find this wanker.
Yeah, take time if a man wants to try me. No time. Usain Bolt when I run up on stage, I pick up the mic and it's reload.
Auto drive now enabled.
Songs, but they know mine. That's why I got gigs just like Joe Grind. After the show, I'll be rolling mine. Don't care about the no smoking sign. They tried to steal my vision. This ain't a culture, it's my religion. God knows I don't wanna go prison. But if a man want to try me, trust me, listen. Me and my G's ain't scared of police. We don't listen to no politician. Everybody on the same mission, and we don't care about your ism and schisms. Cause it's shut down. That's not me and it's shut down. Ring, ring, pussy, it's shut down. Hey. Fashion week and it's shut down. Went to the show sitting in the front row in a black tracksuit and it's shut down. Touch the road and it's shut down. Boy, better know when it's shut down. You wanna act like a G for the camera. You say you're Muslim, you say you're Rasta. Say you don't eat pork, don't eat pussy. Liar, you're just an actor. Blood, you're not on your dean. And if Selassie I saw you, he would say, blood, take off the red, gold and green. Them man are soft just like ice cream. Scene, start moving correctly. If you don't wanna upset me, you get me. You tryna show me you're friendly, I told you before the shit don't impress me. I better make you respect me when you see the man them are selling out Wembley. Roll deep in a blacked out Bentley.
How are you, mate?